Maybe you go take your phone and see if we're on.
Live.
Are we live? Are we watching the Baltimore Orioles at home against Pittsburgh Steelers? Trying to dial this in with the engineer so this thing's going to work. If it's working, we're on top of the first, 2-1. Counts 2-1 on the first batter, Mitch Cutchin. He's actually the DH today. And gets a single. Gibson sinker, sweeper, change up, cutter, four seam. Look for the sinker and sweeper mostly. He does throw a four seam fastball. Baltimore's wearing an old time hat. Number 2 in the lineup is Brian Reynolds. Average 295 and 1-0 is the count. One on with a hitter's count. Oh, Baltimore's wearing a white cap with kind of a faded Oriole on the cap. Single out to right field, and now first and third, no outs. Am I live? Are we going? We're live watching the game. Top of the first, runners on first and third for Pittsburgh. Only 7 pitches in, giving up 2 hits. Gibson better get it together. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, and expected mothers as well. Strike one on Santana, third batter in the lineup. One and one's the count, and fouls this one off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lineup in the outfield, you have Hayes, Mullins, and Stowers. Third has Henderson, Ortiz at short, no Mateo. Two and two. To get out of this inning, they need a strikeout and then a double play. But that third runner taking a nice lead. Runner on third. They got the double play, but the runner from third scores. Frazier fielded it at second, threw to second, and Moncastle dug it out at first. Oh, they're going to challenge the dig out. That's a baseball play. Call out. I don't see him overturning it, but again, baseball play. Ooh. Lots of color in the players' today's uniforms, celebrating Mother's Day. Now we have a challenge here. These games this weekend for Mother's Day are all free. So if you go to ESPN, you should be able to watch these games. This is just a complimentary broadcast for me to have some fun, I guess. The only way they're going to overturn this is they're going to say the runner or the first baseman didn't squeeze the ball. But if you go on the technicality that the ball hit the mitt, he would be out in the stand, and the call would stand as a double play. The runner is safe. Baseball play. Can't argue with either way. So it goes back to 1 out. Runners on first. But they can redo another double play and get out of the inning. That'd be nice. Strike on the corner. Oh, thank you. Nice to know I'm at least being heard. No balls, 2 strikes. And a third hit of the inning. Runners first and second. All singles. Beautiful swing, though. Let's see what I can do here. That one's low, 1-1. Here's a fly deep to center. Mullins is under. It's playable. Makes the out. And the runner tagged and moved to second. Oh, okay. The runner on second tagged went to third. So it's first and third, 2 outs now. Left-handed batter. Inside. Well, one good pitch, you get out of this. Hits a run with a runner on third. Inside. 2-0.
That's the kind of game I want to manage today. Starter goes seven, shut out. You really to know about these teams. I like that combination.
2-0 on 2 cutters. Here's the third pitch. It's a changeup, swinging strike. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Hit a solo homer in the first from Rutschman and a solo shot from Henderson in the second. That's all the Orioles need. We got 5 hits, only needed 2. 2-1 for Marcano, 23-year-old shortstop.
Here's a deep hit, and Mullen comes in and grabs it. That's 3 outs. We'll go to the bottom of the second after this next commercial. Okay, Orioles coming up to the plate. Mullins is starting. Santander is second. Henderson third. And I'm not seeing Adley Rushman today. Must have the day off for Mother's Day. That's awful nice. Lots of sun today as well. Yesterday's game had rain. Here's a bunt down the third, and it's staying fair as Hayes watched it go past him. I don't know how he thought that was going to go foul. That ended up a good 4 or 5 inches on the grass. Okay, 1 on, no outs. And a shot to the shortstop who gets to force it second. Shortstop to second. Shortstop gets it going to the ground. Gets up and throws out. Threw it out when he was still on the ground. Okay, 1 down, 1 on first. Here's Gunnar Henderson. Had a home run last night.
Only 1 for 6 in the series with a walk, but a home run yesterday. And the hard hit rate is really starting to jump for Gunnar Henderson.
All right.
Yeah, he's getting a few hits, and those hits have been extra base hits as of late. 3 of his last 4 hits have been extra base hits. He's starting to get on time when they ready to go. That's
Yesterday they had home runs from Adley Rushman and Gunnar Henderson. And we were all waiting to see if they'd do it again today. No Adley. Adley Rushman also has hit home runs in his last 2 games.
he said this is a guy that someday they may be putting billboards up, and he'll deserve it. He's just got to keep working. Everybody in this
Okay, here's the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes
Henderson, his
on Gunnar Henderson.
starting to see it after that great
Inside. 95 miles per hour had to be a 4-seamer, I'm thinking. Oh, they called it a sinker. That's a pretty fast sinker. Full count. Runner on first, full count, 1 out. Swing and a miss, and stolen base by Santander.
So Henderson strikes out. Anthony Santander steals his first base of the year.
Yeah, he got a heck of a jump. He never would have made it. Oh, pitcher, the throw from the catcher wasn't exactly on target. A little high. So, 2 down. Runner on second. Moncastle takes a cut. Strike 1.
2 hits, triple, and an RBI single.
Lots of sunglasses in the stands today. Ooh, took a strike. It looked low and out of the box. But I think he likes them low, so I think if they keep doing that, Moncastle will get a hold of it. Up. That was a better looking pitch, and surprised he didn't swing at it. Strike 3. End of the first inning. Pittsburgh up 1-0. Moncastle's like shaking his head, saying, "Oh, I wanted that one." I think he did. End of the first inning. Well, Pittsburgh's coming to the plate after the break. Looks like we're looking at 7, 8, 9 hitters: Bay, Palacios, and Hedges. I'm hitting it. There we go. We're back live. We have umpire calling time. Clock was down to 9 seconds, and there was an open gate out in the field, apparently. Okay, now we're reloaded, ready to first pitch of the inning. Strike one, breaking ball low. Bay's a 243 hitter. That's not too bad. Lefty. Gibson, the pitcher's a righty. Always liked a left-hand hitter leading off an inning. Reminds me of Vitriol up in Seattle. Two and one's the count. And here's the pitch. Clock's at 8. Strike. Looking. 2-2. Pittsburgh leads 1-0. Top of the second. Nobody on. Here's the pitch. Swinging. Handcuffed him. And that's 1 out. They had to show a replay of him getting handcuffed. Another left-handed batter stepping in. And a low strike because that looked out of the box. But strike one on Josh Plasius. And that was a little 2 inside. That's a ball, 1-1. Bounce this one in there. 2 balls, 1 strike. Gibson's up to 30 pitches here in the second inning. And 4, here's the pitch. Ground ball to Frazier at second. Tosses over to first. Routine play. 2 down. And here's a pitch and another single. And it seems like all these singles are going to right field. Although the last hitter was a right-handed hitter, so the ball must have got deep in the zone and he waited on it and took it to right field. Oh. Runner on first. Mitch Cutchin is up to plate, right-handed hitter, right down the middle, 93 miles per hour. Strike one. Looking. Pirates have hit so far off the sinker, the fastball, the sweeper, and the sinker again. And for Gibson, the fastballs have been hit pretty hard this year. The pitch is a swinging strike on a ball outside the zone. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first. McCutcheon's the DH, the leadoff hitter, number 1 hitter in the lineup. Well, that one started in, went outside, ball 1. 10 seconds on the pitch clock. He starts his motion at 5, and it's a swinging strike 3. End of the second inning, or top of the second. So we'll come back to the bottom of the second in just a few minutes. Okay, I'm back here with you guys. Thanks for being here. We're now in the bottom of the second. And Frazier's up to bat. He's a lefty, right-handed pitcher. Swinging at the first pitch and popped it up. Short left field. So he not only popped it up, he was a little behind on the pitch. Good pitch by Keller, who's pitching today for Pittsburgh. He's a right-handed pitcher. All right. Hayes is up for Baltimore. Hays. Pittsburgh has an Heyes, Hayes. And I do not have that working. Let's see what happens. Okay, here's the pitch and a tall, towering fly out to right field. 2 down on 2 flies. Looks like Stowers has come to the plate. This is his first plate appearance. With the way Pittsburgh's been hitting, they are starting to top already. First pitch is a strike looking, 4-seam fastball. Yes, Pittsburgh has 4 hits, Baltimore 1. Second ball is a cutter, or second pitch is a cutter. It's 1-1. Okay, here's the pitch, and it's 2-2's the count. And the pitch to Stowers is a ball. So full count, 2 down, benches are empty, or the bases are empty. Here's the pitch. Strike, swinging, fast, inning. Again, Baltimore does not get a hit. And we're going to go to break. We have the top of the third coming up here. And Pittsburgh's going to send batters 2, 3, and 4 to the plate. 2 of them have hits. And we need a nice clean inning. We got left-handed hitter leading off the inning, Reynolds. He's the left fielder as well, batting .299. 1 for 1 today. And here's the pitch. Strike swinging. Gibson's up to 37 pitches now here in the top of the third. Seven, 6, here's in the motion, and that's low, ball 1. 1-1's the count, and here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2. Strike swinging as the ball broke low below the strike zone. That's 2-2. Batter calls time, steps out. Batters seem to like to do that on a 2-strike count. He's back in. Pitcher's winding up right now, starting his motion. Bounces away. But there's nobody on base. Oh, that was strike 3. Strike him out, and he steals first base. Gibson surely having an afternoon. The runner didn't even run at first. The ball bounced away. No one really knew it was strike 3, not even the batter. Then he takes off running and is safe on first. Okay, they're dialing in the clock now as Santana for Pittsburgh, a left-handed batter, steps into the box. Right down the middle, goes to the second baseman, takes it to first, and Santana is out. And I guess I was a little off. That's the first out of the inning. And I believe the runner moved to second. Yes, Reynolds now a runner on second base with 1 out. The batter is in. Here's the motion. Strike. The catcher stole that one. He moved that one in. Strike looking outside. Should have been called a ball. Suwinski's the batter. He's the center fielder. He got a hit the first time up. They got lots of lefties in the lineup today. And here's the pitch. Breaking ball low. Ball 2. This batter likes to stay right there in the box, so he just digs in. He's ready to go. Pitcher's ready to go on 10 seconds. And I believe the batter doesn't have to be in it until 8 seconds, so he's right there ready. Ball outside. 3-1's the count with the runner on second. Another hitter's count, and Gibson gets the signal. 19 balls, 27 strikes out of his 46 pitches thrown. The ball inside walked him. First and second, 1 out. Hayes is coming to the plate. He's the third baseman. And his last at bat, he didn't get a hit. So he's 0 for 1 today. 233 average. He's a right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. Gibson took his time pitching that, strike looking. 93-mile-an-hour sinker on that one. And here's a hit. Between first and second, runners coming around. And here's another score for Pittsburgh, 2-0. And that's the 5th hit of the day, 2nd run of the day for Pittsburgh. I can't see Gibson being in too much longer. Up to 49 pitches. Another left-handed batter coming to the plate, Marcano. He's the shortstop. First and third, 1 out. Throws it low and outside, ball 1. Marcano lined out earlier today. He's 0 for 1. Runner on first takes a good lead. Catcher sets up outside. Here's a throw over to first. He's safe. Gets back easily. 1-0's the count. Here. It's a bunt. Looks to third, goes to first, gets the out, and the runner moves over to second. Yeah, that was a hard bunt to the pitcher. Looks at third. He's not going anywhere. Takes the sure out at first. And I actually think that's a play that worked against Pittsburgh. But they now have 2 runners in scoring position, so a hit would give them 2 runs. 2 outs. Here's the pitch to the left-handed Bay. And he hits it through. This could be 2. Wow, 4-0 Pittsburgh. Well, that bunt worked in Pittsburgh's favor, didn't it? I believe Baltimore was on a 4-game win streak. Now they're in the hole in the 3rd inning. Top of the 3rd. Runner on first. 2 outs. Baltimore does have more comeback wins than any team this year, but that's a hard way to make a living. Here's a swinging strike, and the count is now 0-2 on Placius. Left-hander Placius ready. 0-2's the count. High and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Seven, 6, and pitcher throws over to first. Keep Bay there. I don't know. Gibson just doesn't seem his normal self. Of course, giving up 4 runs in 3 innings isn't real sharp either. Here's the left-handed Placius ready to take his cut. Oh, steals second? Well, he tried to steal second as the pitcher backed off. Quick turn to second and threw him out. Boy, I'll tell you, that could be challengeable. That was pretty close on the view I just saw. Well, they went to break. I still wonder if they're going to challenge that. That was pretty close. End of the top of the second inning. We'll take a break myself. Well, we're back in Baltimore. 4-0 Pittsburgh. And the win probability is 82.8% in Pittsburgh's favor. They're up 4-0, 6-1 in hits. No errors by either team. Keller's on the mound with 21 pitches. Baltimore pitchers are around 59, I think. Here's the first pitch, and it's a strike. 4-seamer, 93 miles per hour. There's a high ball, 1-1. And here's the pitch, and oh, that had a lot of movement on it. From middle of the plate to the outside. Strike swinging. 1 ball, 2 strikes on James McCann, right-handed batter. And another one outside. Didn't swing at this one. That's a ball. 2-2's the count. Number 8 batter is McCann. And he takes one, swings it, and hits it into left field. There you go. He waited on that one. I might have been a breaking ball. He waited and took it to left. Oh, that's nice batting. Beautiful stroke out to left field. So no out with a runner on. Get that leadoff runner on and cut into this lead is what Baltimore needs to do to make this interesting. We now have Ortiz at the plate. He's a right-handed batter. Joey Ortiz batting .250. He's only been, this is 3 games. So he hasn't been He's one of the new young talents, I guess. But we have a right-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. 0-2's the count after Ortiz fouled off the last pitch. Probably won't be bunting on an 0-2 count. And he hits it deep down the left, and foul ball by about 2 or 3 feet and off the fielder's mitt. Exciting play as far as if it would have been fair and he would have bounced it off his mitt, but I think he would have gotten to it. It was a step foul in foul territory. So he'll come back up to the plate with an 0-2 count. The fielder went off his mitt and he went into no man's land where you couldn't see him on the camera. It's like he went into the shadows somewhere. Reminisce of the fielder in Portland who went through the wall. Okay, batter settles in. Pitcher takes the count. And 0-2. Low. Ball 1. Still a runner on first base. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Low pitch, but it was in the zone. Caught him looking. Strike 3. 1 down. And beautiful pitch, actually. Had some movement on it. It just froze that batter. Okay, now we're at the top of the lineup for Baltimore. Mullins is a left-handed batter and looks at a strike that the catcher got the call by bringing it down. No balls, 1 strike. Second pitch is fouled off to the third base side, so it's 0-2. The pitcher today, Mike Keller for Pittsburgh. First strike pitches, 10 of 10. You can't do better than that. He's ahead of the batters every time. And here's the strike looking. Good movement on that pitch. One ball, 2 strikes. And he flies it out to left field. A little late on that one and got under it. 2 down, runners on first. Pittsburgh's pitcher's doing great. Our pitcher's throwing a lot of pitches. I wonder if they'll bring him out for the 4th inning. I'm going to guess they do. Santander takes the first pitch high and outside for ball 1. Santander is 0 for 1 today. He's a left-handed batter. And he's DHing. Oh, takes a strike outside. But it was a ball. One of those baseball pitches, you know, when the ump calls it, you got to go with it. Here's one inside and in the dirt. And it hit him. So, first and second now. Henderson's coming to the plate. He's our third baseman. 0 for 1 today. Had a towering home run last night. So with 2 down, Pittsburgh leading 4-0 here in the bottom of the third. 10 on the clock. Here's the motion, and fouls it. Henderson fouls that one off his left knee. Now he takes the stroll. Needed hockey pads for that one. Okay. He steps back into the box. He's getting settled. Pitch clock's at 10. And Henderson takes a cut and fouls it off down the left field side. So Henderson's taking his time getting back in the box, but he's still there with 10 seconds, and he has till 8, so he's very comfortably in there. And a fast inside 98 mile per hour. I'm guessing that was a four-seamer. Henderson strikes out for the third out of the inning. 4-0 Pittsburgh. Win probability for Pittsburgh now is 85.7%. So that was an excellent opportunity missed by the Baltimore Orioles to get back into this game. So we'll take a short break here during commercial. Okay, I'm back. Here we are at the top of the third. Pittsburgh sending up batters 9, 1, and 2. All three of the upcoming batters have had a single in their earlier at-bats. So who's pitching is going to be the big question for me right now. I'm guessing Gibson might be in there. Baltimore's looking forward to a big series coming up with Anaheim starting tomorrow. Gibson's there and throws a strike, swinging strike. And bounces this one for a ball. I believe Ohtani will be pitching in the first or the second of the 2 games, of the 4-game series that's coming up. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. High, 92 miles per hour. They called that a four-seam fastball. I always thought that was a faster pitch for a four-seam would be 94 to 98 for the real fireballers in the league. And here's one down the middle to the second baseman. Frazier has it. Routine play to first. One down. So we're top of the lineup with McCutcheon coming to bat. Well, maybe I'm wrong here. Yeah, that's McCutcheon, the DH. Looks like a third baseman. I guess I was looking for Reynolds, a lefty. Oh, high. So the count, I missed the first one, but it's 2-0 on the DH hitter here in the top of the fourth. High and inside. 3-0. Maybe Gibson shouldn't have come out for the fourth inning. But there is one down. Here's the fourth pitch. It gets a borderline low called strike one. 3-1. Oh, see, that said McCutcheon is on deck. Who am I looking at? Hedges. Must be Hedges, yeah. Ball 4. So now a runner's on with McCutcheon come to the plate. McCutcheon is a right-handed batter. 6 seconds, and that's a strike. Good pitch. I guess it was a cutter. Strike looking. It's pausing quite a ways. Gibson held the ball for 5 seconds, I'd say, and pitched it with 4 on the pitch clock. But he pretty much froze McCutcheon on that one. No balls, 2 strikes as he fouled it off. Lots of pink on the field, on the players. Bright fluorescent pink bat for McCutcheon. Happy Mother's Day to the mothers again. Mothers to be, expecting mothers. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and broke away low and outside the strike zone. 2-2's the count. This will be pitch number 70 for Gibson. And it swings on towering pop fly foul. Third baseman moves over and out of bounds, makes the catch. 2 down. Hedges is on first. Not a real threat to steal, but with the new rules, you never know. Gibson, 22, 14, 19, and 15 for the 4 innings that he's pitched. 70 total. And this was fouled off behind the catcher, and it's strike 1. This is Reynolds, batting 2 in the lineup. Has a hit from earlier today, 1 for 2. And swinging strike 2. Both pitches have been in the lower part of the zone. Left-handed Reynolds, 0-2. Runner on first, 2 outs. Down to 4 on the clock. And I think he just barely got that one away for the pitch clock. But it was ball 1 in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gibson, the pitcher, is really starting to hold the ball and play that clock down. It's actually at 7 now. 5. And inside pitch, and they called it a strike 3 looking. And it was a late call at that. Gibson gets out of the 4th inning. And we go to the bottom of the 4th with Baltimore coming to bat. Down 4-0. And a high percentage of win probability towards Pittsburgh. I'll be back after the commercial. Well, I'm back a little early before the commercial, and I'll be right back. Okay, a word with the engineer, and I'm back with you. I was going to say that Baltimore had a real test when they went up against 3 games with Atlanta, followed by 3 games with Tampa Bay. And now first place Pittsburgh came into Baltimore. And of the 3-game series, Baltimore took the first 2. They're currently behind here as Moncastle steps in and is now looking at an 0-2 count. And I believe they gave Adley the day off just because they want him fresh for the next series coming up. Outside ball in the dirt, strike 3. Moncastle goes down. Oh, yeah. That broke, and he just almost flung at it. Another bright pink bat on a bright day in Baltimore. Breaking ball in on the left-handed batting. Looks like it's Frazier. Okay. High, ball 1. And Frazier gets a good wood on it, but right at the second baseman. Routine play to first, 2 down, with Hayes coming to the plate. He's actually batting. He has 6 of the 9 squares shows red that he's swinging the bat pretty well. Pitch clock is down to 8. Here's the pitch inside, 77 degrees. Must have been a changeup of some sort. It was a curve. There's a strike on the lower portion of the zone looking. 1 ball, 1 strike. Oh, that pitch went outside, came back in, and caught him looking for strike 2. Good movement on that pitch by the pitcher, Keller. Still in there, and he's up to 50 pitches now here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch. Low. Count now 2-2. 10 on the clock. And it's a hit routinely to shortstop. Throws to first for the 3rd out. End of the 4th inning. 4-0 Pirates. Orioles only have 2 hits this game. Pirates are coming back up. Well, I'm back with you as they show the blimp, I guess. We're a plane going over the harbor and showing the river with lots of boats and people out there having fun in the weather. And now we scan into the stands and look at the families having a blast. Here's the pitch with the left-handed batter in. Pitcher holding the ball until like 3 seconds on the clock, so he's really trying to not be timed as well. 75 pitches for Gibson, 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the second pitch, and batter got under it, popped it up to the third baseman, catches it in fair territory. Out number 1. That was Santana. The next batter is Sawinski. 1 for 1 today, scored a run, batting .238, left-handed batter. .91-mile-an-hour inside, ball 1. Breaking ball into the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Ball low, 3-0. Yeah, Gibson, motion, here's the ball. Ooh, broke outside, looked like a ball 4, but was given the call. 3-1's the count now on Suwinski, center fielder for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Batting 4. And that one, borderline pitch, was called a strike. Baseball pitch right there. Could have walked. Called a strike. Full count. And inside with the fastball, no doubter. Ball 4, takes the first base. 1 down, 1 out. Been on base all 3 times he's been up. Bringing Hayes to the plate. 1 for 2 today, scoring 1 run. 1 RBI, batting .238. Right-handed batter. Takes inside strike. He's hitting the box. That was strike 1. Runner on first. Takes a cut at this one, fouls it off the first base side. Kind of lunged at it a little bit. So the count is now 0-2. Runner on first. 1 out, top of the 5th. Right-handed Hayes playing third base today. Gibson throws over to first with 4 seconds left on the pitch clock. Okay. Runner takes the lead at first. It's 0-2's the count. Here's the pitch. Fouled it off the tip of the bat. Count remains 0-2. And there he swung at a breaking ball that ended up outside the zone, but that's strike 3 on him. And we go to 2 outs. You gotta have a baseball in your hand when you're watching baseball. Here we have a left-handed batter up to the plate. 2 down, runner on first. Pitch is outside, ball 1. You know, I'll bet you he's had a lot of first pitch balls today. Gibson they're just not chasing it. Here's a swinging strike on a breaking ball that came in towards the batter. So the count is now 1-1. 2 outs, runner on first. Top of the 5th. Bright sunny day. Down to 5, 4. Now the pitch. Well, now the throw over to first. That's the second time he's caught me. Expecting one thing and he goes to first with it. Again, no Adley Rutschman today. Although he could make an appearance as a DH or as a pinch hitter, but the game would have to get closer than 4-0. Here's a foul ball. Count is now 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Gibson's looking around, puts the plate on the mound, and gets a signal. Runner takes the lead off first. Love this view. And the batter fouls it off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gibson up to 90 pitches now. He's being a workhorse. Like I say, I think they're saving the pitching staff for Anaheim and company. Here's a check swing to the third baseman and no throw by Henderson. In fact, he drops it and picks it up. So, first and second, 2 outs. Yeah. He lost it on the throw, and I'm not sure if they're going to give him an error on that or not. Because the way everything played out, it looked pretty much like, nope, not going to get him. They have a pitcher warming up in the Baltimore bullpen, so this will definitely be Gibson's last inning. Left-handed Bay steps in, 2 down, 2 on. And a strike looking. No balls, 1 strike. 2 down. Bounce this one. Runners are staying put on first and second. Count is 1-1. Held that a long time. Strike 2 swinging. One thing interesting, the runner on second isn't the fastest guy on the team. Looks like when he's not DHing, looks like he's probably a third baseman, first baseman. 1-2. Hits it to the first baseman, a step off first, and he had to toss it to the pitcher covering. So Gibson helps himself out of the fifth inning, up or down 4-0 as they go to break. Okay, we're back. It's 0-1's the count. Keller's still on the mound. Stowers at the plate. Left-handed batting. No balls, 2 strikes. Again, Keller ahead of the count. Pitching a gem, you might say. Strike 3. Swinging. Keller with only 55 pitches here in the 5th inning. That's fantastic. Okay, first pitch is outside. Catcher lets it go literally, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. McCann's up to bat, right-handed batter, and swings at a high fastball. 1-1. Oh, McCann is 1 for 1 today with a single in the 3rd. One ball, 2 strikes. Keller pitching a gem and fouls the next pitch off. And McCann. Oh, there's a... Okay, McCann is still up to the bat, and he's the number 8 hitter in the lineup. Strikes out looking, and that was because borderline ball. That's a shame. There's been a few of those borderline calls like that. Yeah, I'm telling you, that was a pretty good pitch. Could gone either way. Love it. It's a baseball pitch. And here's first pitch swinging to the pitcher. Digs it out and throws him out at first. End of the 5th as Pittsburgh maintained a 4-0 lead off of 3 runs in the 3rd inning that put them comfortably ahead in this one. Well, I'm back. They're showing some stats for Gibson today, but the main stat is he's going down 4-0, and Mike Bauman's coming in. 19-9 in strikeouts to walk ratio. Given up 3 home runs, and opponent average is 197. Not too bad. This guy's a middle reliever. Bauman, here we go. What are you doing? First one's high and inside. Ball 1. Baltimore Orioles are just behind on every count. Now this guy has a 4-seam fastball that's 95.9, so right around 96. That's what I more expect for a 4-seam fastball. Down to 8 and low. Oh, and he gets a strike called on it. 2-1's the count. Left-handed batter, right-handed Bauman. Down, the clock is at 3. Here's the motion, and hits it foul just to the first base side of the first baseman. Palacio, right fielder, 0 for 2, couple of ground outs. 2-2. Here's the pitch. It's in the air, straight away center. Mullen, couple steps back, few steps in, routine play. That guy covers the field. And I'm not reading anything here, which is okay. I kind of forget sometimes. I can't read it. Oh, there we go. That's better. Hedges is at the plate. Right-handed batter. Takes the first pitch, strike looking. Second one's a knuckle curve for a ball. Oh, just showing that now. Way outside on that knuckle curve. And that one just dropped right in there for strike 2, looking. Hedges is 1 for 1, a single and a walk today. Batting out of the 9th spot. And fouls 4th pitch off. It's 1-2. Okay, timeout. Called by the batter. He steps out. Interesting, because the count is 1-1. They usually like to do it with... Oh, he's 1 for 1 at the plate. It is 2-2. So it is a good timeout. Plenty of time on this timeout as he steps in. High and outside, 99 mile per hour. If that wasn't a 4-seam, and it was. 2-2's the count. Inside. 1 down, full count. And he ends up walking them. 1 down, runner on first. Where have I seen this? I don't think they can keep Hedges off the field. That brings up McCutcheon, the DH hitter. 1 for 3 today. A run and a strikeout. And timeout is called, and a visit from the pitching coach to the mound. So, McCutcheon, Reynolds, and I can't see what I'm looking for here. Kinks. All right. Catcher's down. Pitcher has the ball. Batter is in, and umpire calls timeout. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, the batter is settling in, and the pitcher was getting ready to do his motion. So the umpire put his hands up, telling the pitcher, you had to give the batter a chance to get settled. It was before the 8 seconds, so they're tweaking their game as well. 2 balls, 1 strike, and a high in foul territory. Several players watch it go into the stands. And they all go back to their fielding positions. All right, here we go. Here's the pitch. Outside. And I believe full count, runner on first, 1 out. Not a fast runner, so I would say they're not going to send him. Umpire calls timeout again. Start the clock, I guess, as the batter steps in. The timing between the pitcher and the batter is off a little bit. I think that's why the umpire is calling multiple timeouts here. Swinging strike 3. The ball broke away from him. Yeah. Some would call that a whiff. He went down to get the pitch, but made no contact. All right, 6 seconds. Here's the pitch, and it's 98 high and outside. 4-seamer on that. Another outside, 2-0. And again, the pitcher is behind the batter. Hitters count, 2-0. 1 on, 2 outs. High and outside, ball 3. Here we are at the top of the 6th. Pittsburgh's up 4-0. Solid control of this game. And that's a strike looking. 3-1. 22 pitches for this pitcher. And 98-mile-an-hour 4-seam fastball, full count as it's fouled off to the third base side. So with 2 outs, 2 outs, full count, runner on first should be going. Left-handed Reynolds steps in, and high fly out to left field, routine. Players underneath it. Hayes makes the catch, middle of the 6th. We're at the top of the lineup for Baltimore after the commercial with Mullins, Santander, and Henderson come to the plate.
Go.
There we go. Now we're back. All right, bottom of the sixth.
Just hit down.
Mullins swings at the first pitch. 78-mile-hour, had to be a breaking ball. Now it's no balls, 2 strikes. Oh, breaking pitch out of the zone. Strikes him out looking. 1 down. Santander, the DH, is coming to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Oh, that. Boy, the catcher looks like he's just winging it with his arm. He moved that ball so much. There's a breaking pitch. Strike 1. Santander. Broke right in towards the batter. This one started outside, broke back across the plate. 0-2. Both looking strikes. And the third one's a hit between short and second. And a very nice stroke at that. A 2-strike hit by Santander. Runner at first, 1 out. They got to get something going. What's this game cast doing? Okay, Henderson's coming to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. With a runner on first in the 6th inning, they need something to happen. And that was low, brought into the zone by the catcher. Strike 1, looking. All the Orioles are using bright pink bats today in honor of Mother's Day. And here's a low strike swinging foul ball. Catcher may have taken a bounce from it. Keller, 17 of 21 batters have been first strikes, first pitch strikes. That's good work. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's Henderson, batting from the left side. High and outside. .97 miles per hour, you know that was a 4-seamer. Another 4-seamer high outside the zone. Ball 2. 96 miles an hour on that one. Whoa! That came back across the zone and got him looking. Strike 3. 2 down. Henderson knew that was there. Punch out. Keller is just pitching a gem for Pittsburgh today. Mountcastle steps in, right-handed, and takes a cut at the first one, fouling it off. First base side. He's 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts. Mountcastle's he's waiting for it. Waiting for that mistake. Here's 7 seconds on the clock. And another foul ball to the first base side, 94 miles per hour. His fastball's picked up a speed a mile or two. And I'm thinking that he may have been throwing a 2-seam fastball earlier, where these faster ones, a 99 mile per hour high out of the zone, fouled off again to the first base side. 0-2 on Mountcastle. First baseman has stayed set in the box. He's ready. Clock's on 8. And that was a breaking, nasty curve that got him. He goes down swinging. Strike 3 on Mountcastle. End of the 6th inning. Pitcher's getting his fingers checked, and Pittsburgh maintains their lead of 4-0. Coming to the plate in the top of the 7th, Santana, Suwinski, and Hayes. Numbers 3, 4, and 5 in the lineup. We'll be right back. Well, they're showing. Oh. Okay. C. Santana, batting from the left side, steps in and takes a strike one, 97 mph, swinging strike. Bowen starts it off with a strike. Good to see. Here's a low. Look like a cutter, maybe a slider. Ball one. He got a hold of this. He pulled it to the second baseman. Routine grounder to first. Santana goes down. 1 out. I think he hit that one off the end of the bat to the second baseman. Suwinski steps in. He's a left-handed batter. Bauman takes a breath. High fastball. But that was close enough to call a strike. 1-0. That's a breaking away from the batter for a ball. 1-1 or 2-0. First one should have been could have been a strike, but it's 2-0s to count. Fastball low, but a strike nonetheless. 2 balls, 1 strike. We're at 7, and Suwinski fouls it off down the third base line. 2 balls, 2 strikes, top of the 7th. Fastball high and outside. Full count on the cleanup batter, center fielder, Suwinski. Right down the middle, 97 miles per hour. Fouls it off down the third base line. We're still at a full count. That got him looking. 97 mile per hour, 4-seam fastball. Tied him up. First pitch, 97 mile per hour, way outside on the right-handed batter, Hayes. He's got a single back in the third inning, the big 3-run inning, I believe. And the 1-0 pitch is a ball low. 2-0. Number 5 batter, Hayes. Right-handed, takes a 96 mile per hour pitch and fouls it off deep into the fans on the first base side. Into the bleachers. 2-1. Fouls this one straight back. Took something off of it. 2-2. There's a pitch. Swings at and misses. Low outside. That's the strike 3 and the third out of the inning. We're now at the middle of the 7th inning stretch, and I think I'm going to do the same thing. I'll be right back. Well, I'm back. Mom rocks the yard. Go O's. The home crowd is still into this game. 4-0 in Pittsburgh's favor. But they've had a really good homestand with the Angels coming in Monday. Okay, Keller's on the plate. Pittsburgh's in the field. Here's Baltimore. And I think that's Frazier up to the bat. Takes ball 1. Swinging foul ball down the left field, third base side. Oh, first one was a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Sorry. That had good movement on it, and Frazier barely stays alive, fouling it off down the first base line. Frazier's a lefty. And here's the pitch, is a 95 mile per hour. Strike swinging 3. 1 down. Can't say enough how well this pitcher's been pitching today. That had some movement on it, 95 mile per hour. All right, first pitch is strike 1. Looking. Austin Hayes, the batter, right-handed. Jammed and fouls it foul, the first baseman. Boy, that must have hit way on the handle of the bat, because that was just, he was handcuffed. 83 pitches for Keller today here in the 7th. Here's the pitch. Outside. 1 and 2's the count. On this young Baltimore team, I think Hayes is one of the senior citizens. And he slaps a single between short and third. Hayes is on, 1 down. He's got a stroke, I'm telling you. Good job. Stowers coming to the plate. Stowers, the right fielder, and he's 0 for 2 today. Struck out swinging twice. Left-handed batter. Runner on first. High and outside. Ball 1. Takes a cut at 1 down the middle and fouls it off to the third base side. 1 and 1's the count. Runner on first, 1 down, and a big hit could get him back into this thing. Clock is at 10 and the batter calls time. Early timeout, it's only 1 strike. I think they get 1 per plate appearance. Steps back in. Outside, breaking ball, and it's 2 and 1. All right, here's the pitch. Strike swinging, 90 mile per hour. Cutter. So this pitcher throwing cutter, 4-seam cutter. And here's a swinging foul deep into the stands. And that was a sinker, 94 mile per hour. We're at 2 and 2 in the count. They got a right-hand pitcher warming up in the bullpen for Pittsburgh. Perez is warming up in the Baltimore bullpen. He's a left-handed pitcher. 2 and 2. Here's the pitch. Straight down the middle. Caught him looking. That's 2 outs in the inning. McCann coming to the plate. McCann's our catcher today. He's 1 for 2 today with a strikeout, batting from the right-hand side. Takes a swing at the first one and pops it up to right field. Looks into the sun, makes the catch. That's the end of the 7th. Pirates leading 4-0. And are coming off the field again. Well, we're in a commercial timeout after the bottom of the 7th, waiting on the 8th inning. Pittsburgh's going to bring to bat numbers 6, 7, and 8. Perez is coming in to relieve Bauman. And Marcano will be the first batter he'll get to face. Marcano is a left-handed batter. And we really need to hold them here if Baltimore wants to make a run here in the 8th and 9th. 6 outs remaining for Baltimore. 6 outs remaining for Pittsburgh. I think Baltimore is very happy with their last 3 series with Tampa Bay, Atlanta, and this one here, which they took the first 2 games, but trailed this 3rd game 4-0. Anaheim showing up tomorrow. 4 games. Shotani is taking a trip as he circles the league to see who wants him next year. He's going to command a heavy price. I think, I've heard he may end up in Atlanta, who has money to pay him, but I think the Los Angeles Dodgers also have money to pay him, and he'll stay on the West Coast. The other thing I think Ohtani is going to be looking for is to win. He's got all the accolades, pitching and hitting, MVP candidate year in and year out. I think he's looking for a team that he can fit into age-wise, and certainly a team that he can win a championship with. So left-hand Perez is doing a little chicken scratch on the mound. He's walking behind it. He has a 4-seam fastball, slider, and sinker, occasional curveball. 4-seamer can go to 97. All right, he's looking in at the catcher now. Lefty on righty. Breaking ball stayed outside. Ball 1. Castro's a pinch hitter who came up to the plate. Swinging at the second pitch. 1-1. Batter calls timeout. Both pitches been on the outside portion of the box. Castro in a pinch hitting position here has 4 home runs on the year. Here he swings, goes to third, long throw to first, and bounces, and Mountcastle cannot come up with it. So leadoff hitter gets to first. A real difficult play for the third baseman, but easily could have been made. And that is an E5 on the third baseman, on the throw. Bay steps in and takes a strike. Bay's left-handed, and the pitch was on the outside lower portion of the zone. Looked like he was thinking of bunting. He fakes a bunt again. Ball's way outside. 1-1. Pittsburgh's just trying to add a run here in the 8th inning. They'll be going to Detroit tomorrow. Perez quickly fires over to first base. Left-hand pitchers have a nice peekaboo over to first. 1-1's the count. Takes a swipe at a bunt single, looks like, but he missed the ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. They should take the bunt off. Bay's has a good stroke from the left side. Lefty on lefty. Runner on first. Oh, he taps it, goes to second, and gets the lead runner. Pitcher to pitcher to the second baseman covering. One down. Runner on first. Joe is coming to hit. First initial C, Joe. He's going to pinch hit for Placios, the right fielder, who was 0 for 3 in this game. Joe's bringing a .263 average to the plate. Catcher's coming out and talking to Perez, his left-handed pitcher, as to what they want to do with him. So 7 pitches in, 1 out, runner on first, top of the 8th inning. Batter's in, pitcher's motion, breaking ball right in there. From outside to inside. Strike 1. Connor Joe at the plate. Second pitch is fouled to the first base side on the right-handed batter. No balls, 2 strikes. Another pitch fouled straight back into the crowd. 0-2's the count on Perez. Pitching, Joe batting. Back to the pitcher again. Same play to second base. Gets the lead runner. And the relay is good for a double play. That's 3 outs. And we're going to go to the top of the, bottom of the 8th. And we'll be right back. Okay, what's going on up here? Orioles coming to the plate here in the bottom of the eighth. First strike, first pitch swinging, 99 mile per hour. Ortiz is at bat. No balls, two strikes on two pitches so far for Joey Ortiz. Struck out looking in the third. Outside pitch was pulled in by the catcher and called strike three looking. Had a couple of those today. And no. Catcher stole that one. Good move on the catcher, I guess. Here it looks like Mullins batting from the left-hand side, inside pitch, and they say he went. Strike one on Mullins. Swinging strike two, top of the zone. No balls, two strikes, one out here at the bottom of the eighth. Holderman is the pitcher. And Mullins steps in. Pitcher looks for the sign. Catcher's ready. And Mullins pops it up and straight back, 93 mile per hour. Pitch, breaking pitch, and he pulls it down the first base line. That could have, we could have straightened that one out. That would have been a good one. Oh, and 2's the count. Ball high and outside, 93 mile per hour. And that was a cutter. In fact, 4 of the last 5 were cutters. And he pops another one back. One ball, 2 strikes to Mullins. 1 down, bottom of the eighth. Need a base runner. And we get one. Mullins slaps it on the into right field for a single. Good to see. Exit velocity, 101. So that was a hard hit. Right on top of it. So Mullins gets a single here in the 8th inning. Santander steps in. High, 92 mile per hour cutter. Ball 1.
Just haven't been many of these games where the Orioles have done nothing for 9 innings. They always seem to have a little juice at some point. Anthony was trying to juice one on the Utah streak.
Swing and strike. Inside pitch, 1-1.
Fielder's choice stole a base in the first, hit by a pitch in the third, singled into 6. Starting a new history.
Santander on the left side. Right-hand pitcher, Holderman.
He wanted time, he didn't get it. And then he ended up taking a ball.
Santander calls time, didn't get it, and the ball is low, so he gets a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. And there's one straight to the second baseman, who's out and throws it past the first baseman, trying to double up Mullins on first. Such a quick bang bang baseball play. Almost took the pitcher's head off. Oh, it hit Mullins on the helmet at first base and bounced off. Okay. Henderson takes a cut, and it's into the corner. Mullins is going around second, headed for third. He's safe. So Henderson, on a first pitch swinging, drives it into the corner and ends up with a double. Second and third, 2 outs. Way to go, Gunner. Left-handed hitting into the right field corner. Off the wall. Fielder finally gets to it. Boy, if Mullins could have moved up on that pass ball at first base, he would have scored easily from second. But as it is, they're second and third, making some noise here in the bottom of the 8th with 2 outs. Moncastle comes to the plate. Wouldn't a home run change everything here? Moncastle's had hit a rough day, striking out 3 times the first time looking. 0 for 3. First pitch swinging, 99 mile per hour. Well, we're getting some noise anyway. This is exciting. No balls, 1 strike. And that did not break across the plate, but was called a strike on the inside corner. That was not. No, that catcher has stoled probably 4 or 5 pitches today, and he's flipping his mitt like you flip on and off a switch. My goodness, now he strikes out on the next pitch, ending the threat, ending the 8th, and the score remains Pittsburgh 4, Baltimore nothing, entering the top of the 9th. And the only thing that really changed was Pittsburgh has 7 hits and Baltimore has 6. That was an exciting inning, and certainly one we've been waiting for as an Oriole fan to see for some time now. Gotta love it. That's baseball for you. And now we go to the top of the 9th. And Pittsburgh up 4-0. I'm going to take a short break, and we'll come back for the 9th. Ninth inning, they're going to Pittsburgh brings Hedges to the plate. He's 1 for 1 with 2 walks. having a pretty good day at the plate. I believe he's McCutcheon's the DH, so Hedges is the catcher, and he's doing a great job behind the plate because he's been moving that mitt like a seal moving his fin. Getting a lot of calls back there, by the way, for Hedges. Pittsburgh has not walked a batter. Baltimore has 4. The weather there in Baltimore is 79 degrees. No wonder they're rolling their sleeves up, and lots of sunglasses are in the stand. It's actually a beautiful day for Mother's Day in Baltimore. Okay, here's Hedges whiffing at a strike 3 as I was checking the temperature out. How about that? 3 pitches, 3 strikes. Swinging, looking, swinging. That brings McCutcheon up to the plate. McCutcheon's the number 1 batter atop the lineup. 1 for 4 today. Takes a breaking pitch going out of the strike zone for ball 1. That looked like a sinker, and strike 1 looking. 1-1. Puts it in play to the second baseman, who throws McCutcheon out at first on a routine play. Something fooled him as he crossed first place. He was going, what happened? Now at bat is Reynolds, batting second in the lineup. 1 for 4 today with a run scored. A .293 hitter. Batting from the left-hand side, takes a pitch that hits his foot. He's on. 2 down, runner on first. Santana, first baseman, comes up. 0 for 4 with an RBI. Here's the left-handed batter. Carlos Santana. And he's facing right-hand throwing Voth, who snuck in here to pitch for this inning. Throw over to first to Mountcastle. Routine throw. No tag, just a catch and throw back to the pitcher. First baseman Santana, 0-1 is the count. That's inside. One ball, 1 strike, left-handed hitter Santana. Voth takes the sign. Ball's in the mitt. Here's the pitch. It's a throw out. A pitch out to the catcher, who looks down at first base. No throw, but a 2-1 count. Catcher set up. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, runner goes. Safe as he's tagged on the helmet on the slide into second. They might challenge this one. Yeah, I think he got him. I think he's out at second. Well, there was one view there that looked pretty good. There. I believe he's going to be out. The tag was on the helmet, making the helmet come off, probably distracting the umpire, saying, "Oh, I saw the helmet fly off." But his feet looked late. Well, let's see what they rule it. Again, he's called safe on the field. I think he's out. Well, maybe they're going to say he hit the he tagged the helmet as the helmet was coming off of him, and that he's safe. They did call him safe. Holy moly! That last view where the helmet was moving before he tagged him, I guess that's what made the call stand. So now there's a runner on second for Pittsburgh. 2 outs, a 2-2 count. Santana has been at plate for quite a while now, seems like. And there's a swinging strike 3. It ends the inning. That was some excitement there in the top of the ninth. Orioles are going to have 3 outs to get 4 runs. They're going to start off with Frazier, Hayes, and Stowers. 1 hit between the 3 of them. 4 strikeouts between the 4 of them. They got to get something going to get into this one. They have 3 outs to do it. Happy Mother's Day again to all the mothers out there and expected mothers to be. All in all, it's been a pretty good game. Evenly in hits, 7-6. Baltimore was charged with 1 error. An excellent starting pitcher from Pittsburgh. And scoring was done in the first inning, 1 run for Pittsburgh. In the third inning was the big 3 runs for Pittsburgh. No runs for Baltimore. Left-handed hitting Frazier comes to the plate. And scheduled are Hayes and Stowers after him. In the 9th, you never know when those pitch hitters are going to start coming aboard. Beautiful Mother's Day in Baltimore. And a very fun experience for me. I might just do this again. Yeah. David Benar comes in to pitch. 19 strikeouts to 1 walk. Records 2-0. Opponent batting average is 164. That's a pretty good strikeout to ball ratio, 19-1. He'll face Frazier. Right-handed throwing Bernard. Left-handed hitting Frazier. Ump is behind and down, and pitcher is in his motion. It's a hit, 2, and bounces. That's a hit. Straightaway center, just a little blooper out there. That's all you need to do to get a base runner. Man on first. One pitch, one base runner. This is going to be interesting. First pitch broke away from the batter. Ball 1 to Austin Hayes, who had a single his last time up in the 7th inning. 1-0's to count. Hard hit past the third baseman. What happened there? I'm asking you. What happened to that guy? The ball just kind of skipped past his glove. It's like he didn't look it into the glove, apparently. It was hard hit at 103 miles per hour. And he was going to basket catch the bounce, and it went right past the side of him. I'm guessing they're going to throw an error on that one, but I don't know. It was so hard hit. Either way, first and second, no outs. And Stowers is up to plate swinging at a 97 mile per hour. Pittsburgh picked up an error. A check swing on a 98 mile per hour four-seamer. So that's what he's thrown the last 2 pitches. This was an inside pitch, though, that he fouled off. But it's 0-2, 2 on, no outs, bottom of the 9th, and down by 4 runs. Timeout is called by Stowers at the plate, or at the plate. Left-handed Stowers realigns himself and steps in. He's ready. Bernard's ready. Here we go. High, 98 mile four-seamer. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Boy, they're ending this game with the 8th and 9th inning being full of excitement. High, fastball swinging, strike. And down he goes on a four-seamer. Climbed the ladder on that one. One down. James McCann steps in. Takes a high 1-0 count. Adley Rushman's on deck. I'm sure they're looking for a base runner from McCann, who takes a strike swinging. 1-1, 1 out. And the pitch is low and outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. That was a splitter. He's been throwing four-seam fastballs. And that broke back over. Oh boy, that was a strike. 2-2. Strike looking on a four-seamer. It looked like it had movement on it. Probably his best pitch of the night for Bedard. 2-2. Ooh. Four-seam got him on the outside corner swinging. That's 2 down, 2 on. Bottom of the 9th inning. And Adley Rutschman, I believe, is coming to the plate. The crowd is up cheering. Would have been nice to have at least one more out there. Adley's hit a home run in his last 2 games. This is his first at bat in this game. He'll be batting from the left-hand side against the right-hand pitcher. Adley steps in. Takes a breaking pitch across the plate and down towards him for ball 1. With a curve. Looked like another curve low, yet it was called a strike. Looking. 1-1 on Adley. Low bouncer, ball 2. Definitive shadows here that come sideways, so there's not a shadow anywhere for the ball necessarily. Popped up by Adley in the infield, easily routine out for 3, and the final of the game is 4-0 Pirates. 7 hits apiece, 1 error apiece, and Pirates will leave happy with a win and still a 1 win out of 3 game series. Angels coming into town tomorrow, 4 game set, and after that Baltimore's going to head to Toronto and then the New York Yankees, I believe. So they have plenty of baseball coming up. I'm done. Had a great day. Thanks for listening.